good enough to get one position on an execute, especially towards the A site. If you use one of those nebulas towards that heaven side, but still use Ziff to put that wall across into the doorway side, it's still a great execute for the Knights to get into the A site with the other pressured utility that you use on the execution, and of course with Ben dashing in. But with this operator, Riv, it's just once again going to be Ben. They're counting on him right now just to get these opening kills.
It's so interesting. You just break it down. You break it down to the aim. Don't give Cloud9 any alerts that your util is there, that anybody else is there besides an operator, right? If somebody can trade a drone coming in from far away or with a classic, awesome. You don't want to shoot to, any way you can diminish the information that Cloud9 has or can get is what Knights is trying to do. Here, they go for the mid-round strat again, but it's not fast this time. Ban waits for the frags again.
And the slow orb also prevents Mitch from pushing through towards the back lines. And Zeta another time onto the sidewalk. They just know that he's playing there, and they pick him off perfectly. So a nice first blood by Frost this time. As who gets that second kill? Well, it's Ben. Who's inside the site? All of the Knights. And where are C9 in another situation where they have to save? This is looking finally pretty good here for Knights. How did they do that? Just break the early utility from Mitch. They got rid of that alarm bot. They also got rid of the turret. And that turret off the wall that comes up, they know the wall got broken instantly. So somebody's still playing in the back there. So Ben can just post up and cash these rotations when they're going through. All right. We'll take those. Had up the stats.
That's you took the words out of my mouth. I was like, is that where his stats come from? Have we not been paying attention? No, I'm just kidding. Oh my word, Leaf. That'll be nice. And they are getting a van. That fourth came in. This will be the fifth. Do they grab the sixth round? And we see this late game theory crafting of being able to defend so well with the Sage still and not changing the composition was the right track to be on for Knights. So far, putting up a good story on their end. They take another round from Cloud9 and bring it within one here in our first half.
Yeah, and it's all success by fighting on mid control. Turret to spot for information. Zeta with the other one that's going to find information by playing just a Sova utility on B. And there's that op battle, but it's still going to be the dual one by Ben. And that's all of the Killjoy utility down, so we know how weak mid and B site now is.
What will happen? And they're slow. They're slow to react, too. They're like, maybe we wait for the off. Does Leaf want it? He's on Blade Storm. See if he's hovering it. And by Joe, they're pretty close to being right. Oh, they check it. Bans!
So good. That is so good. Again, mid-pressure, all of the Knights. Hey, defaulting doesn't work. Let's just run 4 or 5 players for mid every round. And it's working. Not anymore, though. Zeta answers back from the market side. Could get cut off guard here by the close. Aljon out with the weapon. Goes with the swing, but it's at least traded off by Seppa as Zip was able to take down Zeta. 2 versus 1. Frosty to go. And that's going to be the easy kill in the end on that 2-1 to end the half, send a 5. But props to Knights for making a comeback. And let's see what happens after this break.
But they do seem to have a little push on A main, so that will give them info that maybe they're right to start in this form. Alarm bot mid. A lot of reactive play is going to have to happen here for Knights. It looks like Cloud9 is going to want to go fast.
Better frenzy on both sides, too, for these teams. And it's off Leaf with the first frenzy.
Oh, they found Ziff.
Exactly, on the backside, so they're going to try to default back and just rush, actually, into the A site. Smoke towards that tree side. Mitch is moving in. It's going to be the fragment onto the ground to take down Gangsta, but the other frenzy does a little bit of damage. Then a Sheriff from Ben at the A main side, but these are continuing to be very good trades for both of these teams. Zeppa now planning for A main side and playing towards the Hell, as they have 2 players on the outside of Cloud9 just by the door. Zeta looking for that recon dart. 0 point to start things off, though, and that's going to spot the last 2.
I can't. So good. Go ahead, Van.
Aljon 2, as Ziff and Frosty are going to work. Zeta now is on this 1 versus 1. Heard that drop from Frosty. Looks towards that left side, runs out of bullets, trying to go for the dodge, but Frosty gets the kill with the classic, and it's going to be the round coming in for the Knights and the defuse, as the Knights now win both of their pistol rounds on this map.
The moment they saw Ziff, they noped out a B. They literally noped out, knew whatever they were going to face at A would.
This is with Stingers too, and we've seen C9 have been using a lot of Stingers lately, especially on maps like Bind on these forest buys, and it works out. But on the other end, for the Knights, it did start things off with 3 players working aggressively towards the aiming side. This is where we're contacting for Cloud9. This is where the first blood is coming in for the Knights, though, as the Aldron's going to ping one out. The beautiful crossfire as Scuba dropping another one with the Bulldog. And after that, initial push and the smoke and the nebula coming out from Scuba, we're just going to reset here for Cloud9.
Vans, just seconds of error there. That's it. Maybe 1 second. Oh, Vanity gets one, though. Hold that thought as they're trying to correct the error of Leaf peeking just before the drone. We saw the kill go to ban, and it's really got C9 sorted for this moment. They're trying to figure out how to recoup the situation. It looks like still a play on A once they have the util.
Exactly. You still have Vanity. Uses his only smoke that came back to use towards that tree side so that Mitch could actually creep up. But everybody else is falling from the A main side, and finally all these duels are coming in favor of the Knights, and we've tied the game up 7-7.
The Knights cannot let up, Vans. Not one bit.
This is looking to be a fast bit to be split. Knowing Leaf and Zeppa, staying together with the frenzies, 2 other towards B main side. The split's coming through. Beautiful wall from Ziff, though. That's going to funnel everybody towards that sidewalk, and because we have pistols, it's going to take a while to break that wall. Lots of information being done. Wall bangs coming in. Ziff playing duck hunt and gets a triple kill onto Leaf and Mitch. Back on the other end at the spawn side, Zeta finally gets a kill for Cloud9, but things are looking good here for the Knights just to hold things off. That's 2 easy kills for Frosty, building up the ult points.
You have to worry about. And obviously being the save round here, Ziff still able to start cleaning things up with some pretty true aim. But knowing nobody's going to be jumping.
Conway's finally back. The
Ban?
kick from Leaf on the top. Beautiful shot by Ban. And things are getting shut down now. And you see now on this minimap, Ziff is moving back towards his catwalk side. They're trying to see if they can go for a late wall into tree side, but it's just going to be
God!
Trying to go to work with an ult command, and it's banned through the smoke. That's 2 kills. That's the altar down. They can't really pick him up because if they try to pick him up, you'll just spray through it. Okay, you get it. They heard it. They tried to spray through it. Couldn't get the kill. Now the smoke dissipates. We're in a 5 versus 3. Things have been reset, but for C9, they've also lost their smoker.
They're getting the Fortnite res in. They made it work, Vans. They made it work. But Vans, he is just working magic right now. Almost gets another one here. The spams through to keep the null command out of the sight on one of his first shots was disgusting. Shutting C9 down even more than you could imagine. And now Knights look to stand 5 tall still on this round as Cloud9 are in a save position. Zeppa knows he may have somebody floating around him with the 0 point, but doesn't know if they're pushing or not, and they will save these left. 2 guns coming into another round, which will be Knights.
Yeah. And while the action, just before the execution started, we're rotating to Ziff a lot, and we're going back to like that wall on the mid side to get information, to try to deny another split. The way that Knights like to play, so we're going back to, at least from what I see, something very similar to that they've done in the past, and that's why like their defensive side is so good here for this map.
It's so weird to think about. Like, you really have to put your mental into a place where, but you think of how Knights were taking it, and they even picked up rounds on their attacker side, which makes their late game defense side stronger. And